there, welcome to my July bullet journal plan with me video. I'm so excited that you are here. For my July layouts, I wanted a really simple and clean look, so I opted to use the white Gelly Roll pens as well as the metallic Gelly Roll pens. I really love using these on black paper. I think the color pops so much and it just makes for a really pretty layout. So the first layout I am creating is my monthly layout, and the way I do this is I always like to measure out my calendar before I draw it. So using my white Gelly Roll pen, I will measure my calendar so it is 6 spaces wide by 6 spaces tall. Once I'm happy with the measurements, I'll start by drawing the horizontal lines, and I always start with just doing the middle sections so that you can still see the dots along the top and bottom. This helps me to draw the vertical lines when I get to them. So once I'm ready to draw my vertical lines, I rotate the notebook and then I will draw all the lines where my ruler can sit flat on the page first, and then you'll see here in a minute that I rotate the notebook again and I will do the vertical lines along the other side. I just do this so that I can make sure my lines are nice and straight. Once I have my final vertical lines done, then I will draw my top and bottom lines, and that is how I draw my calendars. Once I'm done, I always take my black Tombow Fudenosuke pen and I'll just go through and clean up any smudges I may have made when I was using my ruler. Then, using my Gelly Roll pen, I put in each day of the week on my calendar so that I know where each day falls. For the headers this month, again, I wanted to keep it really simple, so using that white Gelly Roll pen, I doodled little flowers and then I just wrote out each header in caps lock. It was really simple, but I think it's really pretty and works really well with the rest of the layout. I did want to add a little splash of color as well, so using those metallic pens, I colored in the petals on the flowers. Now that the monthly layout is done, I want to show you how I plan on this layout. So first thing I do is I write down any birthdays or appointments that I have. Then I turn my attention to my monthly goals, and so this month I am doing it a little bit differently. In the past few months I have had one whole layout for my goals and then I would create an action plan, but I found that I was setting my goals once and then kind of forgetting about them. So this month what I've decided to do instead is to write down my goal on the monthly layout, and then I'm going to include my action plans on my daily layouts. This way I can make sure I'm reviewing my goals every single day and make sure that I'm taking small steps towards each every day. So here on the layout, all I did was write down each goal for the month. Under the daily routine section, all I wanted to do was add a couple notes about things I want to try through the month, and I have a couple things I want to try specifically on weekdays and things I want to try specifically on weekends, and so that's where I wrote this stuff down. I'm hoping that this will remind me to experiment and try those out, see how I like them. The last thing I did on this monthly layout was just include a couple doodles, and I actually got a lot of inspiration for these doodles from this Journal with Purpose book I have here. And so using my white Gelly Roll pen, I drew out this little bouquet of flowers, and using the metallic pens again, I colored in the petals to add a splash of color. I then also added a couple floral doodles throughout the page, again just to give it a little decoration and pops of color. I'm really happy with how this layout turned out. I think it's so simple and pretty. It really makes me want to jump right in and plan out my time. This month I really wanted to put everything on my monthly layout instead of having a bunch of monthly collections. That's because instead of doing weekly layouts this month, I plan on doing daily layouts, and so I wanted to include as much as possible on my monthly layout, and then I'll dive really deep into each one on my dailies. This next layout I have created is my monthly habit stack tracker. This is one of my favorite layouts, and even though I didn't want as many monthly collections this month, this layout has been so valuable in helping me stay accountable to my habits that I absolutely had to include it. So this is the only other monthly layout I included this month, but it is so valuable, and I hope that you might even consider trying one in your own journal. So similar to the July monthly layout, all I did was create a little bit of a bubble letter with the white Jelly Roll pen, and then I drew little flowers within the letter. And to add little pops of color, again, I just took my metallic Jelly Roll pens and colored in the petals. It's kind of hard to see on the video here, but in person you can just see little splashes of color, and I just think it's so nice. To create the habit stack tracker, all you're going to do is draw a chart. So I draw a couple horizontal lines just below my header, and then I draw a vertical line 6 spaces in on the left page. And so on the right hand side, this is where the days of the month are going to go, and along the top you can see I'm writing days 1 to 31 along the top. Then down the left-hand side of the page, I write out each of my little habit stacks. And you'll see I've left a line or a space between each block, and that's to signify one habit stack. And so I will move throughout the day from one habit stack to another. These stacks are really just for my personal stuff. So anytime I have to work or do other things that aren't in the stack, they kind of just fit somewhere in these spaces depending on the day. I don't plan that too much because every day does vary. As long as I do each of these stacks at some point each day, then I'm happy and I feel like I've made progress. Some things I might include in my habit stack are things like getting dressed, drinking water. I also love to make time to meditate and make sure that I'm journaling every day. So I will just plan out all the different habits I want to do each day, and I'll put them into their own stacks. And lastly, I just wanted to add a little bit of decoration to this layout. So to break up each stack of habits, I did a little line with some leaf doodles down the edge, and I think this just separated each stack and it looks really pretty. I also decided to doodle some of the same flowers I used on my monthly layout using that white Jelly Roll pen. I also didn't realize here, but my camera cut out. I did a little quote here that says "stay consistent," and I'll insert a photo here of what the final layout looks like. And that's it for my July plan with me. I really hope you guys liked this video. I'm so excited to try this new planning style where I plan everything on my monthly and then I do all my daily planning on daily layouts. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.